Oh, the document? Um, you know, shit. What is in the document? It's a show we started. I don't know, probably about 2 years ago, and I mean, thus far, it's probably one of the most interesting things I've ever done.
So how did you guys get started?
Uh, Back in high school, we started breakdancing just for fun in the high school cafeteria after class. When school got out.
I'd say one of the most difficult things about this show and concept was just trying to figure out how to streamline this, trying to figure out how to make let people understand. And I mean, if you think it's hard enough trying to explain breakdancing to all the know-it-alls out there who think they know, or even performance art, imagine trying to combine those two. you know, it's very difficult. We're trying to explain what we do by defining two very not well understood things: breakdancing, performance art.
I'm a son of a gun, black mass in the trade under the sun. Talk sharp like a razor blade under the tongue. Clear my path and come get your captain hung. Try to breathe like black or collapse your lung. Young chump, you would choke off the web I spun. I done cleared them out from the thread I brung. You done heard about what said I'm from. My nigga, word of mouth, roll, rule of thumb. Y'all better bow down when the fool come.
Messiness is an understatement. Once again, naiveness, proved to be the master. The first day we were like, oh, this is nothing. We came out looking like we came out of a trench in southern France, during World War One. I mean, everybody was messy head to toe. But we work with acrylic, it's not a problem. But I think the first time we met, we had the unfortunate accident of having a ripped label on a can of oil paint, and I remember Bat and Peter and I think it was Curtis, going up to the faucet trying to wash their hands off, and we're just smearing it around a little bit more. It was just thinner. So from that moment on, we really took the time to invest in the type of ammunition that we were using, and that ammunition was it's paint.
How long does it take to make a piece? Usually it just depends. It usually depends on the size of the piece, what materials that we're using, the colors that we're using, how many different colors that are involved in a paint scheme in a piece. Because you have to layer it on one layer at a time, and then each layer requires drying time, and it depends on how thick that layer goes on. So, I mean, usually it takes about anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour and a half to complete a basic 4x4 piece. The canvas ones usually take a lot longer because the paint likes to absorb into the canvas. 4x8 usually takes about 2 hours because there's a lot of paint used in the process. So yeah, it's a give or take depending on the piece, how much paint we're using, what kind of look we're going for. It ranges anywhere between 45 to maybe 3 hours for each piece.
Well, working big it's always a challenge. When you draw a 8.5 by 11 sketch, and then you're like, hey, I really like this, I think I'll paint this big, and you transfer the dimensions to a large painting on canvas, and instead of using pencil, you use paint. That's cool. But when you're working on large sheets, where we make an entire floor of canvas or panel, probably about 20 feet by 20 feet, and you work for about 5 hours and realize I don't like this, that can be a problem. So, trying to figure out the right path to go and just trying to figure out when to stop sometimes. That's been a big problem, or challenge rather, over the course of the last couple of years. But I remember someone dropping a line, blood, sweat, and tears. And it's funny because when I hear that, out in the world, it's pretty much it's an expression. It just means that you put your heart and soul into something,